So at the discretion of the spiritual master, we learn how to serve. I'm thinking, Prabhupada has a mission somewhere else. Either in this world or that world. But one day we'll all be together. So this, he saw this in Maharaj. A very nice way must be. So I'll just read 2 letters he wrote to him during those months. Preludes to an amazing career in Krishna consciousness. Dear Gopal, I beg to acknowledge receipt of your 2 letters dated June 7th, June 16th, 1969, and no contents. I received your presents, a pair of shoes, a bar of soap, and I thank you very much. Please go on with your prescribed duty of Krishna consciousness. Be happy. I have seen you're a very intelligent boy and faithful to your parents and to Dharma. Certainly Krishna will be very much pleased upon you as time goes on. Another letter Prabhupada wrote, Dear Gopal Krishna, please have my blessings. Yes, you can always send me your very long letters. It is very pleasing to me to hear how you reveal your mind in Krishna consciousness. And I'm very glad you want to chant 16 times the Hare Krishna mantra every day. But you should do also at the same time follow the principles, avoid the 10 kinds of offenses, quickly effective. I'm very glad to learn that you have vowed to follow these 4 principles as far as you can in your lifetime. And because you are so sincerely trying to push yourself in the matter of Krishna consciousness, Krishna is giving you more and more intelligence also. And you are thinking in so many ways in the matter of serving the Lord, here, there, and everywhere. I'm very glad to see that. Wow. Another letter. Dear Gopal, you will return to India by August 1970. Do you think that you will not come back again to Canada? If so, I shall give you some work in which you can nicely perform services there in India, informing them about this Krishna conscious movement of Western countries. The best thing is in this age to propagate the Sankirtan movement. So I should be very glad to utilize your energy in this Krishna conscious movement, because I can see you are a most willing volunteer. Gopal Krishna Maharaj should be. May Krishna bless you with more and more Krishna conscious activities, and may you feel a glorious life. May you feel a glorious life in Krishna's grace. I wish that all your good desires would be fulfilled. So he was getting a lot of mercy in the very beginning. As Prabhupada received. In conclusion, one time Prabhupada said, I was successful because in the beginning, Krishna sent me a few good words. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, His Holiness. I'd like to request the devotees who will be speaking the next an hour and 15 minutes to be very brief, because there are many devotees here. I'm sure they would like to speak and we will call you. However, again, I'd like to request to be very brief so that I will be able to accommodate as many devotees as possible, glorifying Gurumaharaj. Is Mother Daiva Shakti here? She was here. Where is she now? Mother Daiva Shakti, is she there?
I saw her outside.
Okay, oh, she walked outside?
I saw her outside.
Okay, so I'd like to call upon Vaisheshika Prabhu. Our book distribution minister is gone. Is the guiding force and lots of books, especially that Bhadra Purnima, Srimad Bhagavatam book distribution. He was the pioneer of that one. And with I just want to let you know also that Bhadra Purnima, over 5,000 sets of Srimad Bhagavatams distributed by the disciples of Gurumaharaj in North America. It's a great achievement.
I have from my respectful obeisances to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, His Divine Master, and to all the assembled devotees. Vanja Kalpaturvashya, Kripa Sindhavyevacha, Kritikana Pavaniyo, Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. In the second canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Chatur Shloki section, Srila Prabhupada writes that the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a manifestation of His internal potency, and it is by that particular potency that one comes to see the Lord face to face. And Prabhupada emphasized this method of remaining always connected to Krishna, and that is one pointed attention, on the order of the spiritual master. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, to me, exemplifies that instruction, especially when I heard his final will and testament. I had to listen to it 3 times, and I thought, perfect, perfect, perfect. As Prabhupada expressed himself, everything for Krishna, nothing for me. Was the potency that one carries when one has this mood that I'll give everything for my spiritual master, I'll endure any problem, suffering in the matter of carrying out the duty of my spiritual master is my greatest pleasure. And therefore, whenever he spoke or wherever he appeared, devotees felt the current of Krishna coming through Guru Parampara. And that's why wherever he cast his glance, wherever he spoke, devotees felt inclined to perform unusually enthusiastic service to Krishna. And I'll give you one example. And also, it indicates the authority that one has when one carries the order of the spiritual master, and that is something that His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj just mentioned. This endeavor that we've all joined together for on every continent to distribute Srimad Bhagavatams in mass quantity. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, in his last visit to North America, in Napersville, Illinois, was greeted enthusiastically by the devotees there who had pledged to him, "Dear Gurumaharaj, we've come together and after great consideration amongst ourselves, we've decided that we would like to offer you the dish of pledging for at least 400 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam." And Maharaj looked up at them and he said, "Why not 5,000? And when they heard that, they felt that potent electricity from the Guru Parampara come from his lotus mouth into their hearts. And simultaneously they thought,
well, now we have to do this. But then the next thought was, of course we can do it, even though we don't know how to do it, because Maharaj has spoken it. When I heard about this, I thought, I would like to be in on it, because anyone who hears an order is free to take it. So I contacted His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj. He was in the middle of the morning program here at Vrindavan. It was urgent because we had to make preparations to carry out or to assist the devotees who were to carry out this order, his sincere disciples. And when I called Janardhan Maharaj, he said, as soon as I get out of the kirtan, I'll call you. He did. And I told him what was shaping up. And he immediately said, yes, of course we will do it. Yes, of course I will inform everyone that this is Maharaj's desire and that we must do it. And at that time again, I felt the potency of Maharaj, that he had inculcated in the hearts of his closest disciples the same spirit of doing the right thing and knowing that it can be done by the order of Krishna and the spiritual master. We're already deeply missing His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, but at the same time, the potency of his words are still in the air, available for anyone to hold on to accept as the internal potency by which one will definitely be successful in devotional service and come to see the Lord face to face. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Now I'd like to ask His Holiness Gurumaharaj Swami is here amongst us.
Yes, Maharaj, here.
Just not coming. Just would like to remind you, our Guru Maharaj says that you can measure one's advancement in Krishna consciousness from a devotee in how much he distributed books, how many books he distributed, and how many devotees he made. So our Guru Maharaj is the personification of that devotee who made so many devotees. He took care of them, and at the same time, he was instrumental in distributing so many millions of books all over the world, Srila Prabhupada's books. Hare Krishna.
My dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. My first vivid recollection of Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj is from 1973. I had heard about him, how he had studied at the Sorbonne in Paris and then at McGill University in Montreal, and then held response. He would come to the New York Temple every day and was so humble. that he would go around the temple room and offer obeisances to all the spiritual actually met him. For 73, Srila Prabhupada was staying at Satyavati home in Walkeshwar, South Bombay, and Gopal Krishna, visiting India, came to meet with him. I was struck by the way the two of them related with each other. I immediately understood something special about Gopal Krishna. 2 years later, Tamal Krishna Goswami, who had been the GPC for India, returned to America and began the Radha Damodar party. And Srila Prabhupada asked Gopal Krishna to replace him. Srila company and had his own office and a car. I was meeting important people in Bombay, and Srila Prabhupada wanted to impress upon me Gopal Krishna's competence and status. Soon after he arrived in Hindu, he wanted to visit his mother, who lived nearby in Santa Cruz, and he invited me to accompany him. Again, I was struck by his polite and gentle manner and how considerate and respectful he was with her. I was impressed. When most of us youths in Europe and America became devotees, it was hard for us to visit our parents because most of them did not understand Krishna consciousness and were quite hostile to our becoming devotees. So it was unusual, unique, in fact, for me to see such warmth and mutual respect between a non-devotee, albeit Hindu parent, and a devotee child. Juhu was one of Prabhupada's main projects, and he faced many challenges there. First in getting the land, and in getting the permission to build the temple, and then in actually building the temple. And Gopal Krishna and I, under Srila Prabhupada's guidance, worked together to deal with them. We complemented each other and thus formed an effective team. We had our own individual approaches and strengths and weaknesses, but we were brought together and bound together by Srila Prabhupada's love and mercy, and by our common love for and surrender to His divine grace. We dealt with many challenges and intrigues together. I cannot count the times we went together to legal firms, accountants' offices, government departments, and social and political leaders' headquarters to get information and support for our efforts on Srila Prabhupada and Sri Sri Radharasa Bihari's behalf. And eventually, by their grace, things turned around in our favor, and we finally got the permission to build the temple, and built it. Srila Prabhupada said that ISKCON was his body, the BBT his heart, and the monies collected his blood, were his blood. And he entrusted the most important business of publishing and distributing his books in India to Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He was always asking him, "Where is book? Where is book?" And when he presented him with a new book, he felt great satisfaction in his heart. In 1977, at a most oppressive and repressive time in Soviet history, Gopal Krishna Maharaj brought taught Srila Prabhupada's books behind the Iron Curtain, very intelligently and resourcefully introducing them through a book fair in Moscow. And just one day before Prabhupada left this world, Prabhupada asked for the certificate to read to his brothers, his godbrothers, quote, "Books in the service of peace and progress, a diploma for the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, Bombay, given by the first Moscow International Book Fair, USSR. How proud and pleased Srila Prabhupada felt." Gopal Krishna Maharaj always had a tremendous capacity for managing and doing business. Yet at a certain point, a deep desire formed within his heart that he wanted to preach. In Juhu, he kept talking about how he wanted to go out and give lectures. But he was so fully engaged with managerial duties, he hardly had time. Still, it was such a profound desire that eventually it was realized, especially after Srila Prabhupada left. Gopal Krishna Maharaj became one of the most enthusiastic and dynamic speakers of Krishna Katha in the movement. After Gopal Krishna Maharaj began to initiate, he was given the honorific Bhagavat Pad. Bhagavat has two meanings: the book Bhagavat, Srimad Bhagavatam, and the person Bhagavat, in particular for us, Srila Prabhupada. And Pada means foot, or at the foot of Gopal Krishna Maharaj was always at the feet of Srila Prabhupada and was always engaged in the service of Srimad Bhagavatam by publishing it and distributing it, and by preaching it and living it. Much has been said about Gopal Krishna Maharaj's many wonderful qualities and activities. His impeccable sadhana, his love for and service to his deities, his care for devotees, especially his godbrothers, his expanding book distribution and developing major projects in India and throughout the world, his cultivating and engaging important and influential people, his tireless traveling and extending himself for the sake of others, his resilience and perseverance in the face of physical illness and challenges, and his staunch and loyal dedication and enthusiastic loving service to Srila Prabhupada. Although Gopal Krishna Maharaj and I were both attached to Srila Prabhupada and his mission, sometimes we had differences in our understandings or approaches. I tended to be more idealistic and rigid, and he more practical and flexible. So we had differences on the means, what would be the most effective or beneficial, but never on the ultimate goal, to please Srila Prabhupada and social consciousness. Gopal Krishna Maharaj commented, "Giriraj and I are like a Vedic couple." We may have our differences, but there is no question of divorce. This statement is a testament to his dedication to Srila Prabhupada and his kindness upon me, that he tolerated me with all my faults for the sake of engaged in Srila Prabhupada's service in Bombay. While working on my book about Srila Prabhupada and June, I'll build you a temple, the June story, we came even closer. Gopal Krishna Maharaj was kind enough to write a foreword for the book and to offer to encourage the temples in India to distribute it. And nowadays, I often say, Gopal Krishna Maharaj commented, quote, Giriraj and I are like a Vedic couple. We may have differences, but there is no question of divorce, end quote. But now we are in love. On this auspicious occasion, I appeal to all present, including myself, to imbibe Sripad Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj's spirit, to be prepared to make any sacrifice, go to any extreme, and expend any amount of energy to have this opportunity to express some of my appreciation and affection for my dear godbrother. From the beginning, I saw exceptional good qualities in him, and by his service to our spiritual master, his good qualities multiplied and matured. He has been a beacon of light in this dark world of Kali Yuga. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Dhamma Bhagate Dharma Janadini Saha Kalo Nasta Kisham Esha Puranarko Dunodika. Quote, this Bhagavad Purana is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from his Purana. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.22. On this occasion, I pray that Gopal Krishna Maharaj and I will continue to serve Srila Prabhupada together even after my leaving my present body, by Srila Prabhupada's and Krishna Maharaj's divine grace. May Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj bless us all.
Hare Krishna. I'd like to bring an offering here from Mahadevi Mataji. And then we'd like to call upon His Holiness Radhanath Swami, followed by this. She asked me to read this on her behalf. Please accept my humble obeisances, Sri Gopal Krishna Maharaj. All glories to our eternal spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, our ever well-wisher, to all the assembled devotees, Vanshakapatarvyascha, Kipashinyu, Egacha, Panitanam, Pavaribhyo, Vaishnavibhyo, Namaha. Gopal Krishna Maharaj, I feel so grateful and blessed to have had your saintly association. Whenever I would hear from you, I always experience the presence of Srila Prabhupada. You always repeated the transcendental knowledge that Prabhupada so kindly gave us in his books. You also knew how to enliven the assembled devotees by your words and exalted example of devotional service. Here is one of thousands of examples how you enliven all of us. Our Gurumaharaj says this following words, 18th of September the year is unknown. The devotee is fearless like the wind because he knows that the mercy of Krishna will definitely protect him. He knows that the mercy of Krishna can be realized in proportion to the price that one is willing to pay. Also, based on the service that one renders, one obtains Krishna's protections, the plan to the same degree. May I always follow in the footsteps of great spiritual warriors following Srila Prabhupada, your servant, with ISKCON Vrindavan Mahadevi Dasi. Jai. Gurumaharaj Jai. Srila Prabhupada Jai. So now I'd like to request His Holiness Radhanath Swami to please say a few words.
This is blinding.
We have gathered in this most sacred and holy retreat to offer our gratitude, our love, in our worship to Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. There are so many who wish to speak, and I'm only speaking a few words with respect for you. His accomplishments are unprecedented and unparalleled in history. From the very beginning of his relation with Srila Prabhupada, in the 1960s. He gave his life and soul. Our beloved God brother, Gurumaharaj, was in Montreal when he first started coming. He was the most highly educated, coming from the most respected culture, family of India, making a better salary than practically anyone in our movement, in a very professional management position, international corporation, and yet every day he would come to hear Srila Prabhupada speak. He would give fodder and obeisances to every devotee. And after everyone completed prasad, practically every day he would go down to the Padma and wash the pots and plates. And from that time, Srila Prabhupada gave very special attention, affection to him. He gave his heart, his life, his soul, unconditionally to serve his Gurumaharaj and to serve the entire Vaishnava community and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. How many magnificent temples he built. The most important temples in India, Mayapur, Tirupati, Vrindavan, Varanasi, Hari Temple, all the temples in Delhi, Gujarat, the temple in Kurukshetra. His foundation, his inspiration, his dedication, his vision, as we said, is risking to establish Krishna consciousness with book distribution in the Soviet Union, to expand in India, in all the world. As far as I know, anything Srila Prabhupada ever asked from you, whatever the obstacles, whatever the challenges, he gave his life and soul to fulfill that instruction. And he never gave up. His last breath, he went to fulfill his obligation to the Vaishnavas. He called a meeting and yet while doing what is extraordinary in every way, still he has such personal respect, affection for each devotee. And how we are seeing today, how he has infused such faith, such inspiration, such dedication and surrender in his disciples, in his followers, and in so many devotees in our community throughout the world. By his profound words and the true love and dedication of his example. Now, Acharya is one who teaches by example. Asheshika Prabhu is speaking, Yavashayatma Kaputya Vedya Purana. Gopal cited this verse from Bhagavad Gita and commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti. This means that one should make the instruction of the spiritual master one's life and soul. Unconditioned, unmotivated, very perfect and complete. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj will live forever in our hearts, and in the hearts of our movement, as one who truly personified what Srila Prabhupada considered the most sacred quality of devotee, to make the order of Guru life and soul. I've come here today to worship Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj's lotus feet with all the sincerity and gratitude I have. And I pray for his blessings, which is Srila Prabhupada and our Prabhupada's blessings upon all of his followers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Holiness. We'd like to thank everyone who just now came, and many more are still coming as the day progresses. I would like to call upon Mother Lakshmi Moni Mataji. No? Okay. So now I'd like to call upon Bhima Prabhu. Hare Krishna. He is our present chairman of the VEB. On top of the temple day-to-day management, we call them the EC, Executive Committee. We are governed by the Vrindavan Executive Board. It's like the GDC for Vrindavan. And he's the lead in that position. Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, the saintly persons, they're decorated with so many qualities, like tolerance, humility, and for many years, I've worked with Gopal Krishna Maharaj in the beach, in Juhu, and in Vrindavan. So I think it's one of the testimonies of his tolerance that he tolerated me all these years. Almost 47 years we worked together. The other day, one of his disciples, we were coming back from the Kirtan in Vrindavan, and he was asking me questions that now that his spiritual master was gone, what to do. And reminded me that in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the pastime of when Narada Muni was describing to Maharaj Krishna, and one of the purports there is explained that when the spiritual master leaves, in the lives of the disciples, it becomes chaos. So undoubtedly, there'll be difficult times in the absence of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. But the purport also explains that those disciples who understand the mission and who are trying to follow, they will prevail in Christian consciousness. So that's one thing the disciples can keep in mind. But also, Gopal Krishna Maharaj imbibed in all of his followers the importance of being in ISKCON and serving ISKCON and serving the mission of Srila Prabhupada. And that also is a kind of shelter for all of them. We see the love and affection that his godbrothers have for Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And that goes out to all of you also for your success in Krishna consciousness. And that's Gopal Krishna Maharaj's main desire, is that you all participate in the process of devotional service, serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada, and develop love for Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. We'd like to call our President, His Grace Panchagoda Prabhu, to say a few words. He's like our father here. He's like the glue.
I thought like the grandfather.
Great grandfather. It's like the glue that puts us all together here. He's like an inspiration. We've been working for so many years now. Hare Krishna.
Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki Jai. So my respectful obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. Vanchakalpa Turubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So being with Maharaj and seeing his personal relationship with his devotees and how he sacrifices time, always gave time. He was very, very patient, very patient. And I thank him because he encouraged me to come and stay in Vrindavan. That was 93. So to have that privilege to come and serve in Sri Vrindavan and seeing how Gopal Krishna Maharaj was so caring to nurture all the devotees, to develop the projects, to see how many projects have developed, not only in Delhi, but all over the world, all over the world. So this is wonderful that we can appreciate the Shakti, the potency of Prabhupada, when he sees that someone wants to hear, someone wants to help with book publication and management. Throughout India, there's so much difficulty in establishing the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And Srila Prabhupada gave inspiration and encouragement, even during difficult times, to know others cannot do like Gopal is doing wonderful service in the form of printing books, inspiring devotees, and carrying out the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we're all very thankful, and anything and everything that's prospering and developing in Vrindavan is due to his inspiration. He was always very concerned, very caring. And this is a wonderful Vaishnava qualities. So I thank all the devotees for coming with their enthusiasm to glorify the most worthy and dedicated disciple of his divine grace. Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki Jai.
Short and sweet. I'd like to call upon His Holiness Gopinath Swami. I just want to let you know again, we're having 11:30, the Abhishek, so approximately we only have like 40 minutes. So we'd like to request to be very brief, be mindful. We have many more speakers to accommodate. And we have his bookstore outside. Usually he doesn't like promoting his own books, but today is a special day, so we're doing it. Yes, 11:30 Abhishek here, Abhishek and Pushpanjali. Then around 11:50 we'll proceed towards the Goswami or the Samadhis of the Vaishnavas. We'll do the last artik over there. And around 12:30 or so we'll proceed towards the temple for Srila Guru Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj's Pushpanjali. As today is his disappearance day, Tirubhakti Mahotsav.
Hardest task for me is to speak briefly. And then on occasion of Krishna Maharaj, Samadhi inauguration, the Krishna is key. It's even more difficult to speak. And if I'm not well, and there's some
from the time Maharaj has departed, our health is down. I don't know what the connection is. But, I don't know, I should say this, or I'm debating, but let me. The day I also attended the Samadhi ceremony months ago, I had a thought or desire, what will you say, of if I deserve to be put into Samadhi. I was thinking of some other place. The day Maharaj was put into Samadhi, being there and all that, that day I changed my mind and I thought to be near Gopal Krishna Maharaj, next to Gopal Krishna Maharaj is Swami. Well, such was a bond and relationship, brotherly, friendly, and we were not just being together, but we associated and worked together for beginning with 74 till 2024. And I had association of all of you, my Lord brothers, God sisters, and I worked with all of you also. But I think I associated with Gopal Krishna Maharaj and worked with Gopal Krishna Maharaj more than anyone else. So you do as I did, Prabhupada said. And he's also a glaring example of who did as Prabhupada did, you do as I did. Book distribution is most pleasing to me, or book distribution is preaching. It's preaching. And who could match Gopal Krishna Maharaj in that regard? All night long he was a trustee of BBT, publishing books of Prabhupada, responsible for that one. And he inspired the whole world distributing Prabhupada's books, and not just by talks, but he walked the talks. He was personally out there. I remember he used to bring me out there also to distribute books. This boy, Apai, will build more than 100 temples around the world. Prabhupada did call Maharaj to India, and one of the tasks he was given was build a temple. Because for a long time there had been no new temple, a big temple built in entire thing. You build it. I thought Prabhupada had asked him to build one temple, but he ended up building 18 temples. Who amongst us have built, well, not only 18 in Delhi and Seattle, but we just heard all over India, all over the world. Well, met devotees, someone said, the progress is measured in how many books distributed, how many temples opened, how many devotees met. And making devotees, Maharaj also is a leading leader who met so many devotees. And, well, he also met us devotees. So, Maharaj was, there's there are two ways the age is measured. One is called Vayovradha, by years. How many years, who is older by how many more years? So Maharaj was certainly Vayovradha for me. He was in his 80s and I have just crossed 75, so he was older. But that's nothing. There's another way to really measure the age is called Jnana Vradha. By knowledge and realization and responsibility-wise, who is more older? So, and that was Gopal Krishna for me and for most of us. So Maharaj was matchless, and when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had heard Gopi Geet from, who was that king? King Pratap during Rath Yatra festival. So reciting as Pratap reached Tava Katha Amritam Tapta Jivanam, ended with Bhuvi Grananti E Purida Janaha. Those who shared this Katha, Krishna consciousness, with others, they are Purida, they are magnanimous, And you have shared this Katha with me, or this Geet with me. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while saying this, said, I'm very grateful to you. He did not even know who is this person reciting Gopi Geet because his eyes had been closed. So I'm grateful to you. I want to give you something in return. But I'm the sannyasi, renounced. I have nothing to give you. But if you do not mind saying this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really started getting up, and he said, could you please accept my embrace? And by saying he embraced King Pratap Rudra, I was thinking that Prabhupada also would say, address Gopal Krishna, you are Bhurida. You, Gopal Krishna Goswami, you are Bhurida. You are magnanimous. You have shared Krishna consciousness with so many. And I'm grateful. Prabhupada was always grateful. Hari Hari. And Prabhupada would say, would you please accept my embrace Gopal Krishna Goswami? And by saying so, he must be keeping Gopal Krishna Maharaj in his tight embrace for all that he has done to the world, to his disciples, to all of us. So that example is before all of us, before all his disciples also. So let's continue Maharaj's legacy also. And let you all double everything. Why 18 temple? Are you going to stop there? Double the number of temples. Double the number of books to be distributed. Double, triple, quadruple number of devotees made. And like that, I think that doing that would be our offering unto Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And again, I'm confident that he is with us in spirit. How could he not be there? When Krishna's glories were being chanted by gopis, Krishna appeared. And so Gopal Krishna Maharaj is very much here, and who says the acharyas die? They never die. There was a thing, they die. That thinking is sickness, that's a ill thought. So he is here, and he's continuing to preach through us, through you. So Premanandi, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki.
With you, Maharaj, with us still around, we'll be able to do it. I would like to read an offering of glorification from His Holiness Jagat Swami. This was sent by His Holiness on this special occasion. Dear devotees, today we gather to honor the life and legacy of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj as we inaugurate his samadhi. Maharaj was a pure ISKCON man, fully dedicated to Srila Prabhupada and his mission. Throughout his life, Maharaj served Prabhupada in so many ways. As a GBC member, chairman of the ISKCON India Bureau, and as a trustee of the MVP, and also BBT. He was member also of the BBT trustee. I have been fortunate to know Maharaj since 1969. Srila Prabhupada personally appointed him as the GBC for all of India, a position that Maharaj carried out with great dedication. Maharaj followed both the Bhagavat Marg and Pancharatra Marg, setting a wonderful example for all of us. He worshipped his deities with deep devotion, always carrying them with him wherever he went. At the same time, he tirelessly distributed Srila Prabhupada's books and preached extensively. By his dedicated efforts, he developed many magnificent temples in his zones. In 2016, during a difficult period in Mayapur, Maharaj chose to stay and support the leaders here until stability returned. This was a great blessing. Maharaj's contribution to Mayapur were substantial, whether it was the TOVP, the Mayapur Community Hospital, or many other aspects of the Mayapur project. He helped bring Srila Prabhupada's vision closer to reality. Maharaj also expanded the Food for Life program in Delhi, serving prasadam to many people in need. His lectures were powerful and faithful to Srila Prabhupada's teachings, bringing the message of Krishna consciousness in its pure form. I feel truly blessed to have shared over 50 years of association with Maharaj. There are countless things to say about his life and service, but words fall short. His disciples now carry forward his great legacy, and I'm confident that they will continue his mission with the same devotion. Today, let us remember Maharaj with deep gratitude and honor his dedication to Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON. Your servant, Jagat Swami. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Day. I'd like to request Bandhu Prabhu, one of our most senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada here, Krishna Balaram Mandir, and then it will be followed by Mother Narayani Mataji, and then it will be followed by Devakinanda Prabhu, one of the members of our VPE board. And again, we don't have much time. Yes. I'd like to have everyone ready.
Om Jnana-Timirandasya Garandana Salakaya Chaksu-militam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Gaura-Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama So today we gathered together in a very, very special place, Sri Vrindavan Dham, the most sacred and highest abode, where Radha and Krishna's pastimes are still going on. And in that Sri Vrindavan Dham in Ramanriti, there's a very beautiful Goshala, Bhaktivedanta Swami Goshala and Gardens. And in that place, in the Krishna Hall, we're gathered together to glorify one of the commanding generals of Srila Prabhupada's Sankirtan army. We can't even begin to imagine. We're hearing the magnitude of the service that he did. I don't think there's anybody who has distributed more books that are inspired the distribution of more books than Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And we heard how Gurumaharaj Swami said 18, somebody told me the other day 22 temples if we consider the whole Delhi metropolitan area. I don't know any other place in the world where there's even half of that. Is there any place where there's 11 temples? Is there any place even a third of that, even a quarter of that? Maybe Bombay, that's also Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Nobody has, and not just little temples. We were just at the Rohini temple, amazing, beautiful place. We can't imagine. So many beautiful temples he's inspired. And despite, and we kept hearing over and over all the speakers, that even though he was one of the commanding generals of Srila Prabhupada's Sankirtan army, that he was so very humble. Recently, after COVID, I was very sick, and I had to spend about a month in Delhi, going to different hospitals and seeing different doctors. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj was so kind, he gave me a nice room to stay. He would call every day to see if everything was all right. I'm just a little cockroach in comparison to him. But he would call every day, everything was all right, they're taking care of you. And he's inspired the devotees. He took so nice care. He's inspired them how they should care for Prabhupada disciples. And he was so helpful when I was president. Vrindavan Temple is not an easy place to be president. I'm amazed. Panchagoda Prabhu is Katha. He's the longest running temple president ever in Vrindavan. And he helped me in so many ways. In fact, he was the one who inspired those beautiful, incredibly intricate carved sing-a-songs that we have for the deities. That was all inspired by Gopal Krishna Maharaj. So this is the person that we come to inaugurate his samadhi today, and we pray that Gopal Krishna Maharaj will shower his blessings upon us and blessings upon all of you
Goswami Maharaj, double it, triple it, quadruple it. I see that he's inspired so many wonderful disciples. So I'm sure the Krishna consciousness will go on and on and on in this area. That is all the wonderful grace of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. So we pray for His merciful glance upon us on this day. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Gurumaharaj. Hare. Narayani Mataji and then Devakinandan Prabhu. And then I would like to call upon, after Devaki Nandan Prabhu, His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj from Russia, our representative from Russia. And if we have time, we'd like to call Vedavyas Prabhu, who was also very instrumental in building so many temples, helping our Guru Maharaj to establish many temples in Delhi. Oh yes, and one of his last wills, our Guru Maharaj says, and my watch that was given by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada to him can be given or should be given to one of my disciples who did the most in serving Srila Prabhupada's mission. Okay, so that could be it. I'm so sorry because we're like 11:30.
Go ahead.
Mukam karoti vachanam kandam namete yakutantam vande siddhantam amudyanam syagananjara shavakya chakshuntamena tasma shivravema. When I first came to India in 1972, there were no books here. And I was very attached to reading Prabhupada's books. Hare Krishna? Okay. So I came in 72, there were no books. So by 74, the festival started, and I saw devotees carrying books under their arm, and I would take all the books, and I got a but Maharaj, he was the one who was printing the books. And the first book he printed was Gita Gan, and we got it in Calcutta, in Bengali, and then Hindi and so many languages, followed in finally English, was the last, I think. And also, one thing I really appreciate about Maharaj is that he had the same mood as Srila Prabhupada did to the lady disciples, to the Vaishnavis. This morning we heard a class by Srila Prabhupada on prayer Queen Kunti, where she was saying, you come for the sannyasis, so how can we women understand? So Prabhupada said, if a woman becomes a Vaishnavi, then she is also elevated to the spiritual platform. So Maharaj had that attitude towards us. He was protecting us. He was encouraging us. He encouraged me in my service as Guru. And I hope he's still protecting us now. And not only that, he was protecting the foreigners too. Sometimes not so much appreciated in India. And they say you can't come back again or something, kick you out. But he always made sure we got back. So the third thing I appreciate is his last instructions. 5 out of 10 of his instructions, he was saying, follow the GBC, don't eat Islam, stay in Islam. And the next thing was his will, where he had nothing except the deities. That was his only possession, and his watch from Prabhupada. So that is sannyas. And so we pray for his protection still, and we pray for his blessings that we can continue in our service to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Please say a few words, maximum, I don't know. In India, when you say 2 minutes, that is half an hour.
Nam
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadare Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvemcha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Hare Krishna. So Janardhan Maharaj had tied me for 2 minutes. Thank God he didn't say 2 words. 2 minutes. Well, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj was, is, and will remain everything for me. His Holiness Goswami Maharaj is a witness. When I came to Bombay, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj brought me, a young boy. He taught me everything, more than anything else. He taught me how to become devotee. And the qualification of becoming devotee is by being simple-hearted and humble. Our Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj had unlimited quality. As Lord Kapila talks in Mother Devotee in 25th chapter of 3rd Titichava Karunika Shulda Survadehina Ajasatrava Sadhava Sadhu Bhushna. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj was a personification of all these qualities. I can go on talking on all those qualifications and citing examples. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj was totally renounced inside as well as outside. I remember one instant, somewhere 85 or 86, I was Vice President of Juhu. Maharaj was our JVC. His mother was living in Janki Kutuya. So one afternoon, he called me and he said, my mother is not feeling well and she wants to see me. You come with me. So I went, and Goswami, driver Raghunan was there, he drove us there. We went there. Maharaj was hardly 2 minutes. What Janardhan Maharaj said, speak only 2 minutes. Hardly 2 to 3 minutes we were there. And he got up. I left him to talk alone, but he said, no, stand here. So he was talking, and then after 2-3 minutes, he said, no, I have to go. And she kept calling, Gopal, stay, I want to talk some more. And he walked out. When we came in the lift, I had tears in my eyes. And I said, Maharaj, she was sick and she wanted you to stay. He said, no. If I stay a little more, then Maya will catch me. Maya will catch me means I will become mother and son relationship kind of. I'll get infected by that. So I was so renounced. His belonging, we all know. His life, everything he had was for Srila Prabhupada. Once I asked Maharaj, why don't you also write book? Everybody writing book. You should also write some book. The Prabhupada wanted. He said, no, Prabhupada book is there. Why do I need to write any book? Prabhupada book is for 10,000 years. So we don't need to write any book. He had unalloyed faith in Srila Prabhupada teaching and Srila Prabhupada. That always he encouraged, not only encouraged,
but he practiced of book distribution. He always said, double it, double it, double it. And he talked such a way that devotee really took it very seriously. And, I heard that how in America, he told his disciples that they have to do 5,000 Bhagavatam set. They have not reached the goal. When I was there this time, they all said, Gurumaharaj order us, please request all the God brothers so that we can do 5,000 Srimad Bhagavatam. So he also empowered his disciple to follow Srila Prabhupada's instruction of book distribution. Other thing, two more things I'll tell you another Maharaj stop. Otherwise, I remember that how Gopal Krishna Maharaj are never offensive. They were very careful of Vaishnava Aparadha. Never committed Vaishnava Aparadha purposely. Even somebody try to hurt him or say something, he will not take it offense. We had a GBC meeting in 2018 in Kanpur. He wanted to say something, and towards the end, he could raise his hand fully, so he was raising only this much. And one who was chairing the meeting, he saw that he was raising his hand, he wanted to say something, but he ignored him. So I told Bhakti Charu Maharaj that Gopal Krishna Maharaj wanted to say something, but our chairman is not calling him. And then Bhakti Charu Maharaj spoke very strongly to chairman that he is senior most. He wants to say something and you are not calling. Why you are not calling him? And then Maharaj said, no, I'm okay, let others speak. He was so humble. And after the meeting, he called me and he said, you should have not told Bhakti Charu Maharaj. This is not good. So they are very, very careful with the Vaishnava Aparadha. Kirtanand Maharaj used to say, once we were in his room and he said, I am offensive and Gopali. So he will always win. And that's true. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj win in every aspect in his life. Even the way he passed away, that was also a victory. So thank you, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. You are everything for me. Please keep me in service of Srila Prabhupada. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj ki.
Thank you, Devakinandan Prabhu. Would like to request His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Goswami. Hare Krishna. Okay, are you sure? He said, Vedavyas would like to call on Brajavilas Prabhu, representing Srila Mayapur. He's one of the chief executives in Srila Mayapur.
It's very difficult to speak on this occasion because Gopal Krishna Maharaj is very dear to my heart and to the heart of all Russian devotees. Srila Prabhupada gave him this mission to preach in the former Soviet Union, in Russia, and Srila Gopal Krishna Maharaj exemplary did it. Somebody already mentioned, Giriraj Maharaj mentioned that he went in 77 to Moscow during Srila Prabhupada's presence, and his report about preaching in Moscow was most dear to Srila Prabhupada's heart. And then after that, Gopal Krishna Maharaj has become GBC for parts of Russia and very diligently was performing his duties as GBC, going through sometimes unimaginable difficulties. Russia, once Srila Prabhupada said that preaching in the snows of Russia is sweet as the mango sweeter than the mango in Hawaii in mango season. But I would say that preaching in the former Soviet Union in Russia is like chutney, sometimes sweet and very bitter too. So, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he went through all the difficulties there with his usual detached attitude. Nothing really touched him, although sometimes devotees would offend him, sometimes there were some difficulties, but he was beautiful. He was sold out servant of Srila Prabhupada. That was his occupation, as His Holiness Gurumaharaj mentioned in regard to Srila Prabhupada. I want to tell a little story in this regard which shows his glorious qualities, how he could overcome all the difficulties because of his humility. Devakinanda Prabhu just said that he was always victorious because of his humble attitude. And this little story is about this. The story took place in 1989 in Moscow. And at that time, one of the big leaders of our movement had some difficulties, and in Russia, the majority of disciples were his disciples, and there was a big turmoil in Moscow. They were fighting, and so many death threats, whatnot. It was extremely difficult time. Actually, the whole problem started on Janmashtami Day, and we all know that a couple of days after Janmashtami is His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj's Vyasa Puja. But despite this, he came to Moscow practically immediately after Janmashtami, knowing how difficult it is, just to give support to those ISKCON loyal devotees who were still there, to his disciples and disciples of his God brothers. And as I said, the situation was extremely volatile. It was explosive. Any careless word would create some explosion. So, and of course we know Gopal Krishna Maharaj, one of his glorious qualities was that he was very straightforward and very innocently straightforward. So in one of the lectures he said something which really offended the opposing party. And the situation became really great. It was, it's very difficult to explain to those who was not there at that time how explosive the whole thing was. So this just few little careless words which he mentioned started spreading around, and the explosion was brutal. So Gopal Krishna Maharaj came back to the apartment of one of his disciples, and the apartment of his disciple, Sadhu Prabhu, was the headquarters of ISKCON loyalists. And all the God brothers of Gopal Krishna Maharaj were there. And of course the news came, and all the God brothers of Gopal Krishna Maharaj started pushing him. You have to apologize, you have to apologize, you have to do it, you have to do it. And I saw how difficult it was for Gopal Krishna Maharaj to, he didn't say anything wrong. He said everything in a very straightforward way, and he said what is supposed to be said. But as a servant and as a very detached person, he accepted the order of his God brothers as the order of his spiritual master. And next morning for Srimad Bhagavatam class he came, and in front of the big audience, 200 people, 300 people, was there, which were waiting for something to be exploded. He humbly folded his hands, bowed down, and unbelievably near than him. He sincerely bowed down and he offered his apologies, and everyone was relieved. And he did it with such a genuine humility, with such a genuine movement, that everything was immediately forgotten and the whole situation was saved. So he was the savior of many, many devotees. He was the savior of ISKCON in numberless occasions due to his genuine qualities of Vaishnava. So he will still be the inspiration in the lives of thousands and thousands of devotees. Let's follow his footsteps.
Thank you, Maharaj.
His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj.
So now I'm really like pressured here. What to do? I'm gonna call 3 more devotees. That's it. So we're gonna do the Abhishek, which will be done by the sannyasi disciples only of Gurumaharaj. And then, yes, we'd like to call upon Brajavilas Prabhu. He'll be offering something very special here. This is from Jagannath Puri, Gita Govinda shawl. Very rare to have this shawl on a special occasion like this for our Guru Maharaj. Then it will be followed by one of our GBC members of ISKCON, Gauranga Prabhu, and then Shuddha Kirti Prabhu, one of our senior Srila Prabhupada's disciples who also residing here, part of our executive committee managing the temple. And then the last will be His Holiness Bhakti Vrinda Govinda Swami Maharaj. I'm really sorry. So many of you, it's very difficult to do this because we still have to do the temple program, which is going to organize Babaji Maharaj's Tirubhaktiti Mahotsav Puspanjali. Everyone should go there at 12:45, but before that we'll be doing the last arti for Guru Maharaj for his Samadhi inauguration. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki. I'll be very, very short. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he formed the society in 1966. In 1969, he wrote a letter to His Holiness Gopal Krishna saying that you have a desire to build temple, please establish a center at the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in 1969. So the temple of Vedic seed he had planted in His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And to honor His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, His Grace Ambarish Prabhu has dedicated one of the largest pillar next to Srila Prabhupada Vyasasana in the name of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So for the next 10,000 years, all devotees would see such a sacrifice of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Thank you. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Hey!
Thank you, Brajavilas Prabhu. Now Gauranga Prabhu, Hari Hari, then Shuddha Kirti Prabhu, and then His Holiness Bhakti Vrinda Govinda Swami Maharaj. Just, I would like to let you know, just 1 minute, Hare Krishna, that this will be the last time, unless you go to Moscow, the most beautiful